Good morning friends, this is Rajiv Kohli and welcome back to our channel The Teacher, and today we are going to make this Santa animation in PowerPoint 2016. And let me tell you that which objects are moving. So here we have the left hand of Santa, then his bag cap, then his gift bag, and then we have his legs moving, and in the end he moved his eyes down, and finally you can see his mustache are also moving, and then he open his mouth and fall down. That is what we have to animate today. And let's see which objects has been used in this presentation. And for that I open the selection pane from the home tab and then click the select drop down button and then click the selection pane. And here you can see all the objects that I have used in this presentation. And let me tell you one thing, that this Santa has been drawn using the shape tool, and as you can see all the body part of the Santa has been drawn using shape tool. Let me show you that by clicking the, let me ungroup all these, and here you can see that I have used the shape tool to draw all these shapes. Everything here you see is drawn using the shape tool. Okay, let me undo all this and we start from the beginning. So let me close this. So first we will animate the left hand of the Santa, and for that I open the animation tab and then open the animation pane, and here you can see all the animation that I have applied on this character. And let me delete all these animation first, and for that I select the first one in the animation pane and then hold down the shift key and then select the last one and hit the delete key from the keyboard. Now we select the left hand of the Santa and go to the add animation drop down button, and here I apply the spin animation for that. And then we open the effect option dialog box by right clicking on the animation and then click effect options, and here we will apply a spin effect of 15° clockwise with no smoothness and no auto reverse. We will apply the auto reverse because we want that hand to move 15° clockwise and then reverse back to its original position. And then we go to the timing, and here I want to play this animation with previous, and I want to repeat this animation 6 times with a duration of around 0.5 seconds. Hit the OK button. That's fine. Now we will animate the Santa bag cap, and I select it, and you can open the selection pane to see if you have selected the right object, and you can see that I have selected the Santa bag cap. And we will apply the again spin animation to this object as well, and I want to play it with previous with the duration of 0.5 seconds. And then I open the effect options, change the rotation degree to around 10° clockwise without smoothness but with auto reverse, and want to repeat this animation 6 times. Hit the OK button. That's look good. Now we will animate the gifts bag of the Santa, and if you have seen the animation that, then you can notice that it is moving just like that. And for that you can either use the spin effect or you can also use the teeter effect. And I would also like to play it with previous, and I open the effect options. I want to repeat this animation 3 times and with the duration of around 2 seconds. And here we have nothing to change, so I hit the OK button. And you can notice the timings here, the end timings. They are equal for all the 3 effects, and that is what we need. And then later we will animate the right leg of the Santa, and I am assuming this one as the right leg. And you can also open the selection pane to see if you have selected the right object. That's right, I have selected the right leg. Maybe you will call this leg as the left leg, or you can also change the names here by double clicking on the object name in the selection pane, and you can change it right here. Now for the right leg, we will also apply the spin effect, and I go to the add animation and click the spin with previous, and then I open the effect options. I want to rotate this right leg to 10 degree clockwise without smoothness and auto reverse, and want to repeat this animation 6 times with the duration of 0.5 seconds. That looks good. Let me tell you one more thing, that if you have not watched my previous video, then let me tell you one thing here which is very important, that I have defined a custom anchor points to these objects, and you can see this by filling another color here. And if I move this hand right here, you can see that here is another object, an oval here, and I draw this circle and then group this with the hand because I want the anchor point right here. If I don't use this oval, then you can notice that the anchor point will be right here in the center of this hand, and if you will spin this object, then it will spin from the middle of the hand, which I don't want. That is why I have defined a custom anchor point here by drawing another object here and then grouping them together. And if I move this oval anywhere, then it will change the anchor point of the hand. And if I spin it now, then you can notice that how it is spinning. And let me move it closer, then you can notice that it is moving right now like this. So it is up to you that how you want to define the anchor points. Let me undo all this. Sorry. Okay, that's fine. Now it's time to animate the left leg, and for that I select the left leg and go to the animation tab, add animation, spin with previous, with the duration of around 0.5 seconds. Open the effect options, no smoothness, auto reverse. I want to enable auto reverse and would like to repeat this animation 6 times. Hit the OK button. Sorry, I forget to apply the rotation degree, and I want to rotate this leg 5 degree clockwise. That seems fine. Let's see the preview. Okay, I have to reanimate this one with previous, and I want to move this animation on top of all the other animation, so I hold it down and drag and drop it to the top. Or you can also use these arrows to move an animation in the list. So I open the effect options. I want to rotate it to 15 degree clockwise without smoothness, with auto reverse. Want to repeat it 6 times with the duration of 0.5 seconds. That's fine. Now we will animate the left and right eye of the Santa, and I want this left and right eye to move it right here. So for that I will apply motion paths, and you can choose any straight line motion path like down or right or left or diagonal upright, and later we will customize the path, and I will go with the diagonal down right, and then I will customize the path by dragging and dropping it to right here. Here is a problem with the motion paths in PowerPoint. If you reduce the motion path size to minimum, then it will adjust it right here. So I reselect it and then move the position to right here. And then I open the effect options again, and for the right eye I want the default smoothness, which is 1 second for both, as I told you that the default smoothness timing will be equal to the duration of your animation. If your animation duration is around 2 seconds, then the default smoothness will be 1 second. And if I reduce the duration to 1 second and then you open the effect option, then you can notice that the default smoothness is now 5.5 seconds for both start and end. And then I don't want the eye to reverse back to its original position. I want this eye to stay right here for now. Later we will move it back to its default position, but for now I don't want to auto reverse it here. And then for timing, I want a duration of around 0.25 seconds with previous, and that's it, and a delay of 5 seconds, because I want this eye to move after 5 seconds when Santa will be falling down. So in delay I add 5 seconds. Hit the OK button, and you can notice that the eye will move after 5 seconds. Let me adjust the path a little bit. It will be okay right here. That's fine. And now we will do the same for the left eye, and for that I select the right eye, then click the animation painter and then click on the left eye, and that will copy the same effect to the left eye, as you can see here in the right in the animation pan. What I need to do here is to adjust the path, and I want this part to be right here. See, you can see that is the problem with the motion path. If you adjust the size of motion path to minimum, then it will automatically move it right here. That is a big problem in PowerPoint. Hopefully Microsoft will correct it in the next version of the PowerPoint. That's fine. Now we will animate the right mustache of the Santa, and for that I select the right one, add the animation of spin with previous, with the duration of around 0.25 seconds and a delay timing of 5 seconds, because I want this mustache to move when Santa will be falling down. His eye will move and the mustache will turn down. And I open the effect option. I will rotate the mustache to around 15 degree counterclockwise, and I don't want any smoothness or auto reverse here. I want the mustache to rotate 50 degree clockwise and stay there, and that's it. Hit the OK button. And I want the same for the left mustache, and for that I again select the right one and click the animation painter and then click on the left mustache. And here I will now customize the effect options, and for left mustache I want it to rotate 50 degree, but this time clockwise. without any smoothness and auto reverse, and delay timing is 5 seconds fine, and a duration of 0.25 seconds, and I don't want to repeat this animation. Hit the OK button and let me show you the preview. It's look good, and what we want here now is, let me hide the second slide first, and as you see that I have not applied the auto reverse to the right and left eye, but I want these eyes to reverse back to their original position, but I want to do that after a delay of 1 second, after this animation. But in PowerPoint, if you want to apply auto reverse, then when the animation will finish, then it will automatically reverse the object to its original position immediately. I mean, you can't add a delay between auto reverse. So that is why you have to reapply the motion path to this eye from the ending position to the starting position. And to do that, you again have to apply the motion path. And again I apply any one here, like down right. And what I will do now, I will adjust the motion path, and this time the starting path of the motion will be the ending path of the previous one, and the ending path will be right at the beginning point, right here. You can hold down the Alt key when you adjust the motion path. As I told you that adjusting the motion path size is not fine in PowerPoint, so you have to do it very carefully. I think that's fine here. Okay, now adjust the effect options, and for the right eye we want the default smoothness here, no auto reverse, and a duration of with previous, and a duration of 0.25 seconds, and I don't want to repeat this animation, and a delay timing of, let's say, 6.5 seconds. And that is what I was talking about, that I want a delay of 1.5 seconds after this animation, and you can't add a delay with the auto reverse, so you have to reapply this animation. Okay, let's see the preview once. You can see that eye is moving, then after 1.5 seconds it is moving back to its original position. That is what we need here. That's fine. And we will do the same for the left eye as well. Or you can apply both the animation, the motion path and then reverse path, and then use the animation painter to apply the same effect to the left eye, or you can do it manually by reapplying the same animation to the left eye as well. So I again apply the diagonal down right to the left eye, then move its path to right here. You can select an object, and if you zoom, then it will zoom to that particular object, or you can hold down the control key and then use the scroll button to zoom in or zoom out. So what I will do here, I will adjust the path of the left eye, and that will be the ending point will be the starting point this time, and the starting point will be the ending point right here. And open the effect options, and I want the default smoothness without auto reverse, with previous a delay timing of 6.5 and a duration of 0.25 seconds. That's fine. Hit the OK button. Now let's see the preview. That's fine. And now we will animate the mouth of the Santa, and for that I will use a simple entrance animation, and which is basic zoom with previous and a duration of around 0.25 seconds, and I want this mouth to appear after 7 seconds, and effect option will be zoom in. You must notice that I don't want to use zoom out for the mouth. I want to zoom in. You can notice that here. I don't want the out effect, I want the in effect. And let me show you the preview again. You can notice here how the mouth will come up. That's fine. And we will adjust the slide timing here from the transition tab, and I want this slide to be right there for 8 seconds. And finally we have some more objects here which I have deleted from this slide, and let me open another slide here. And you can notice here that I have drawn a few snow particles here, and for that I have used the oval shape. You can notice here, and to animate these snow particles you can use the motion paths. As you can see here, I have applied different motion paths with different directions, and let me open the effect options of snow particles, and you can see that it has a duration of 5 seconds and they are repeating until end of slide. So if I show you the slideshow, you can see that the snow particles will be moving and repeating again and again, and you can do this if you want to. And then we have the second slide of this presentation, and here only one effect has been used, and that is the Santa is falling down, and to fall it down, and for that you can use the fly out effect, which I have used here to bottom, fly out to bottom. You can see here, fly out to bottom without smoothness, with a delay timing of 1 second and a duration of 0.5 seconds. And it will happen on the second slide. After the first slide will end after 8 seconds, then it will move to the next slide, and here the Santa will fall down. But here you have to notice one thing here is now Santa is a one object here. You can see that, because if you duplicate this slide, and now if you want to move that Santa to down, then you first have to delete all these effects, and as these are all the separate objects, then you have to apply the fly out effect to each object individually, which is not right. And for that what I did is I selected all the objects of the Santa and then grouped them together, and then I apply the fly out effect. Fly out to bottom with previous. If you want to add a delay like 1 second, you can do it, and a duration of let's say 0.5 seconds. And what it will do, after 8 seconds of animation, it will move the Santa to down. But you can see that mustaches are moving back, because in the second slide the mustaches are at their original position. For what you have to do now is to select the mustache and then rotate them manually, both the mustache, and rotate them manually and reposition them here and send this mouth to back. That's fine, and you have to do it manually, and you have to take care of the rotation which should match with the first slide, and then you can see the animation if it is working fine. You must take care of the mustache. That is the important point here. You can see that the positioning is not right here. You have to give a little bit time to this one to adjust the position of the mustache to match with the previous one. Hopefully you will do that by yourself. Let me adjust it right here. Maybe that will be fine. Let's see the preview once again. Or to match this mustache exactly, what you can do is you can go to the insert menu, then draw a shape like a straight line here on the first slide, then see the slideshow and note down if the mustache are touching down the line a little bit up, and I move this line a little bit up right here. Let's see the preview again. A little bit more right here. That seems nice, and what I will do here, I will copy this line, will paste it on the second slide, and then we'll adjust the mustache to right here, this one right here, and this one right here. Now let's see the slideshow. Now when it will move to the second slide, we will see if the mustache are on the right position. That they are, but a little difference is still there, and you have to do it manually. As I said it before, you have to give a little bit time here to match the mustache position. Anyway, let me delete these lines. Okay, that's fine. Let me delete this slide. So that was the Santa animation, and hopefully you will like it. Let me know by leaving your comments in the section below, and if you find this video useful, then you can also share it with your friends, and you can subscribe to my channel The Teacher, and you can also hit the bell icon, so if next time when I will upload a new video, you will get the notification on your mobile and computer. Thanks for watching and take care. Yeah.